bang picks possibly a Violet to come out that would be a better matchup into this Slims in terms of yung scaling nila. Pero let's just leave it to the pros. I will not doubt their lock-in of that Yarn.
Correct. Nasa ano naman yan, sinasabi nga nila nasa laro yan, depende sa heroes. But sometimes you have to consider the whole composition ng team kasi it would matter so much, especially sa team fights. At kung paano mo ipapanalo, especially yung strategy nyo, will you be more on team fights or will you be more on going for the objectives such as pushing the lanes? Diba? So this time, makita natin parehong marksman composition. Question na lang is how are they gonna execute it? I mean, the rotations, their strategies.
Yeah, and you mentioned pushing the lanes, diba? I feel like it would favor ESW to play the side lanes here, consider na meron silang Senyal, which whenever you have a split pusher, already slippery such as the Irie on your team, and if she does get collapsed on, you have the Senyal for that safety, para dun sa protection, to buy some time. But this is something new actually coming from Eurasia Superfly. Sa kanila last pick, they will go for the Preta, something that we have seen during previous Valor Cup seasons. Very strong with the clear-ended AoE damage. So, interesting strategy here by Eurasia Superfly.
In fairness parehong team nila, ang gandang pang-dive setup. Pareho. Look at that, the Gnar, this mage, hindi lang siya range, but alam mo siya yung mage na kayang pumasok sa loob with the ultimate plus yung survivability na meron yung Gina na to. Plus, meron pa siyang support na crashed, plus what was that? The Senyal, diba? So the Senyal could provide some heals, shield from the crashed as well, plus the crowd control.
Yeah, I agree na both teams do have a lot of diving potential like you mentioned, pero feeling ko merong slight difference in a sense na situational yung dive netong side ng ESW because you need a delivery ball for that Senyal to get into the backline, whereas on the side of Eurasia Superfly, Malo could easily point and click where he wants to land in the fight. So while both teams do possess that dive potential, I feel like it's a bit more situational for the side of ESW.
But so pareho silang dive potential though. Predictions though, I mean, kanino kang, team composition for you, magfa-favor?
I mean, nakita natin yung series ng Bren. We saw what the Crash could do. I feel like kung magawa ng ESW yung same plays that Arcadia did during our previous best of 3, I'm really favoring ESW para sa game 1.
Okay. Ako naman, team composition, I'm gonna go for the team composition of ESW this time. Not just the Crash, but I like the Slims pick there na slippery din yung Slims tatalon-talon lang yan from one side to another comparing to the marksman that ESW, ayan na, nagkakalito na tayo, Eurasia Superfly has. Pero tignan natin guys sa Antares Battlefield kung ano habang gagawin dito ng parehong team.
Alam mo kay Saya, for a second, I thought na you would bet against the team that had crashed. And then nung sinabi mo, okay, you're betting for ESW. Okay, so she's sticking to her favorite character in the game. So
not really. Yung ba? Kaya nag-favor ako sa ayun, yun nga, yung Slims. Kinompare ko kasi yung marksman. Plus, I like yung, the mage that this ESW has, the Gnar. Ang ganda ng dive potential. But let's go back to what is happening in the game. Early game time, makikita mo, early phase checks parehong team, but Yorn, medyo free, libreng ba to? Libreng buff ba to para sa side ng ESW? I mean, sa jungle ng ESW.
He's already stealing it away pretty quickly. I think, actually makuha niya to since the Mina moved to delay now. He needs to get out, thus burn his flicker. Still being chased down, fairly low.
Pero yun na nga, good protect coming up from the Mina. Hindi nasaktan doon ng Yorn. Kumunti ka na siya doon sa Ira. Tinatry siyang habulin ng Irie. But then again, of course, kulang pa yung skills nila dito. Level 1, level 2 pa lang. Hindi pa masyado makakahabol. That is why, the reason the Yorn actually survived that possible kill.
Yeah, pero kung isipin mo, you feel like it was a bit of a greedy play by the Yorn to go for that invade kasi na-burn din niya yung flicker niya on the way out and actually almost gave up first blood. So
almost
sobrang taas ng risk na kinuha niya doon.
Definitely. Plus, mag-isa lang siya na nag-take ng jungle. Pero ito, tingnan natin, sinusuportahan siya ng Mina dito, nag-dive in ang Crash. But of course, the Crash not having the ultimate available yet, wala pang mangyayari masyado dyan. Plus, andyan yung Mina to cover up or bantayan itong Yorn natin.
Yeah, of course, I do feel that Mina would be more effective compared to a Crash pre-level 4. But once ultimates are available, sobrang high impact neto ni Crash. But hold that thought, we'll see fighting.
At ito na nga, nagkaroon na tayo ng first blood agad on the side of ESF Pro. Mapapansin natin dito, Apex, mapapabakaway na lang. Medyo, I think, the Murad got the kill on that part. After that kill, of course, medyo libreng ano to. Libreng Abyssal Dragon Kratos dito. Ay, by the way guys, I just would like to correct yung sinasabi ko kanina na Enraged. It is the Abyssal Dragon pala, not the Dark Slayer. Yung nagkakaroon ng Enrage at 10-minute game time.
Yeah,
Alright, so just correcting that info.
ESF Pro actually left the Abyssal Dragon not willing to commit because I felt like they didn't have enough damage available yet, and nag-spawn na members ng ESW, so maybe they were respecting the fact na kaya pang ring i-challenge yun ng ESW, so no Dragon gonna go over to either side. First blood pa lang ang nakuha dito ng ESF Pro.
Yes, and ayun na nga, naka-execute naman itong si Rikun on the Irie though. Siguro iniisip nila possible pa rin kasi potential na maagaw or mas steal ng ESW yung Abyssal Dragon kanina. That's why they just didn't commit or they cancelled out the Abyssal Dragon.
And looking at the mid lane matchup, alam mo yung Preta does have a lot of wave clear, and I feel like one of the things that the Preta will effectively do is keep the Jinner from roaming away from the lane, since laging mapupush up yung wave papunta dun sa tower. If the Jinner does decide to roam and join a fight dun sa jungle, I feel like matithreaten ni Preta yung tower dun sa mid lane.
Ito na nga, no, fight is ongoing dito sa side ng Abyssal Dragon Kratos. But the question is, kanino mapupunta ang last? Wala pa atang available dito na ultimate ang Crush natin. But nandito si Senyal to heal up the members of ESW. Medyo maraming low health dito sa side ng ESF Pro. Yun na, nag-ultimate na si Crush. Will there be another casualty dito sa side ng ESF Pro? It seems likely meron nga. But on the middle lane though, mag-isa na lang dito si Hyperstone with the Senyal. Makakabakaway pa ba? Ito yung backup ng Crash. Ng Senyal. Unfortunately, true damage will come out from that Malok. Manghihigo pa, may slow. Oh my goodness, obliteration dito on the side of ESF Pro. Hindi ko in-expect yun. Ang ganda ng tanks dito ng ESW. But nakalimutan ko pala yung true damage dito ni
Yeah, ako rin personally nagulat ako dun. Akala ko magiging game changer na yung biglang nag-level 4 sa gitna ng teamfight ay yung Crash gets the ultimate available. I thought for sure ESW would have been able to turn that fight around, but the Malok comes up huge for ESF Pro. Ang dami niyang ginawang work nung specific fight na yun, and actually ESF Pro, they trade up in that particular sequence. They are up now 3-1 in kills.
At yun nga, rotation makikita mo magkasama lang. Itong Mina, nagro-rotate lang siya. Pero hindi ko nga actually in-expect yung yung Malok na pasama pa siya sa Clash. I forgot about him, you know, the true damage, big deal nga pala yun. Kaya actually nakikita natin kanina binaban din tong Malok na tayo. Pero silip muna tayo dito ng konti sa bottom lane. Mga may masasaktan dito. Ayun na nga, I think someone just died. Rikun on the Irie. Pero palitan ng kills yun. Gnar popping his ultimate out. But back taking in so much damage. Burst coming up from the Crest as well. And ayun na nga, Nemo XY, sorry, you're gonna die out of the hands of ESW.
Yeah, yun na nga yung game-changing ultimate galing dun sa Crash ng ESW. This is why we were favoring them at the start of the game. Kapag nagamit nila ng tama yung tools na meron sila, kaya-kaya nilang durugin sa teamfight etong ESF Pro. And you have to feel like ESF were just not respecting the fact that the Senyal could join that fight easily and just super tanky members and not enough damage.
Ito, nagpapaut ng ultimate dito si Gnar to finally, hopefully, secure Abyssal Dragon Kratos. Unfortunately, Zell, hindi siya makakasteal ng Dragon dito. Babaka pa ni Buck. Ang ganda, no? Back up. Pero mukhang hindi siya magsasurvive. So much low crowd control coming out from ESW. Kaya naman, another casualty on the side of ESF ulit dun.
Yeah, you have to feel for ESF Pro. Akala mo, nandun na yung turnaround pagdating nung backup, gaya nga ng sinabi mo. That's a good pun, actually. I respect that pun. Pero, kinulang. Kinulang. Kahit na nandun yung crowd control, nasan yung damage? We were questioning yung Yorn pick.
Andun malayo.
Itong ESF Pro. No, actually, I feel like he was dead nung time na yun. But even then, kahit na nandun yung crowd control, walang follow-up na damage na lumabas galing sa ESF Pro, and without any damage, you just can't punch through the very tanky front line.
ESF Zell jumping out on the fight, pero yun nga, medyo nasayang ang ultimate dun ni Malok. Mukhang may mabubuli sa top lane daw. Look at that crowd control, finalo up ng damage, plus the heal coming out from the Seniel. Samahan mo pa ng ultimate ni Crash dito. Naku naman, papasok din si Shonkai on that Gnar. Mapapani siya, pero buhay pang the rest of the members ng ESW. They would want to push for more turrets, pero ito na nga, walang creeps daw. Pero kung may creeps yan, possible, makuha pa nila yung second turret dun, tier 2 turret sa top lane.
Yeah, and yan na naman, ESW crush another team fight with their game-changing ultimates. The Crest goes massive as well with the dive body, yung kanyang Seniel. Pair up sila, team up sila para i-push back etong ESF Pro. And kanina I was saying, I wouldn't doubt the pros with the Yorn lock-in. Nagsisettle in na naman sa akin yung doubt because right now, I'm not seeing the value of picking a marksman like this.
Pero, sa tingin ko kasi hindi ba natin siya nakikita sa fight talaga eh. Ito, si Yorn, hindi pa natin siya nakikita sa mga team fights.
Lagi siyang wala.
It seems like nagfa-farm pa siya. Pero kaka-farm niya, parang hindi nagiging valuable for his team. Siguro, dapat iba na yung mag-farm for the side of ESF Pro. Kailangan sumama nitong si Yorn para maging beneficial for the side. At ayun na nga, fight still ongoing, secure dito ng ESW ulit. Ang Abyssal Dragon, so much ultimates available. Ang ganda ng cooldown, ng timing ng cooldown dito ng ESW. Look at that obliteration, sobrang, nawa-wipe out. Nabubura na lang sa mapa yung ESF dito eh.
Yeah, and you have to think about it this way na ESF Pro yung pumili na mag-engage yun sa fight na yun. Sila yung nag-decide na mag-challenge ng Dragon na yun. The moment it goes down, they have no business being in that area, and yung re-engage ng ESW on them, just turn right after the Dragon, diretso tayo sa team fight, and there's just nothing that ESF Pro can do.
Dito makikita natin medyo walang magawa si Yorn. Look at that ultimate. Halos kiniliti lang si Crash natin dito na hindi pa naka-ultimate. Diba? So mag-shield lang siya, babalik yung buhay konti. So medyo, ito na, level 11 Yorn versus very tanky heroes plus well-fed marksman on the side of ESW.
Alam mo, I'd always take the well-fed heroes and the very tanky over level 11 Yorn. That is something that would be very easy to predict the outcome if ever na magkasulubong sila. And looking at the map right now, looking at the lead that ESW have built for themselves, it feels like at first glance, wala ka talagang may isip na pwedeng gawin ng ESF Pro to come back into this game, but there's always that possibility if they are able to find a proper engage. We saw earlier the work that the Malok was doing in those fights. Kung makahanap sila ng other fight similar to that one, maybe they could claw their way back into this game.
Ayun na nga. At makikita rin natin dito, kailangan mag-catch up dito in terms of level na rin ng Mina. Medyo ang layo na ng level 8 comparing to the level 14 of the Slims on the side of ESW. At ito na naman, libreng Abyssal Dragon na naman po on the side of ESF. Pang-apat na nila yan. Wala pa nakukuha na Dragon ng ESF Pro natin dito, and it looks like nag-engage. Napapabakaway na lang yung Malok ng dito.
Kanina yung Malok yung nagpapatras dito sa ESW. Kaso ngayon siya na pinapatras ng Crest of all people.
Yes.
The Malok just not as threatening as 5 minutes earlier into this game now. ESW are going to be pushing forward. Dalawang tier 2 lang pala.
Medyo delikado rin yung Yorn dito na nag-iisa sa top lane. Pwede siya ma-stun ng Irie dyan, habul-habulin, plus susundan ng backup dito. Okay? Tingnan natin magkakaroon ng engagement. Anytime soon possible mangyari yan.
Yeah, hindi takot mag-face check ito, Crash, kasi alam niya na dun yung safety ng Senya. Alam niya na dun yung safety ng ultimate niya. There's no damage from ESF Pro to instantly burst down a member of ESW that face checks into them. So right now, I feel like ESW is just not under any threat from Eurasia Superfly.
And this is why binaban talaga si Seniel rin. Apart from a good tank and support, ang ganda niyang pang side lane din. Kita mo naman, nandun lang siya sa bottom lane right now. And anytime, alam niya kasi pwede siyang mag-assist dun sa Clash. Speaking of Clash, ito na, nangyayari na nga, habang nakikipag 1v1 ata ang Malok with the Seniel sa baba, but mapapabakaway ang ating Seniel. Mukhang hindi niya nagamit or nasayang. Hindi natin kasi nakikita sa mapin kung nasayang ba yung ultimate niya. He possibly tried to use his ultimate to back up, but probably na-cancel out nung ng ano natin,
Yeah,
ng Malok sa
I'm looking
bottom
at the
lane.
green diamond beside Hyperstone's name. That will say that his ultimate is still available, right?
So, ayun ba yun? Ayun nga. Ayun nga sinasabi ng ating kasama dito na si ESW Stifler na ayun ang magsasabi na available ang ultimate natin. So, ayun, green siya kanina, no? So,
Yeah.
hindi niya talaga ginamit. Uy, lumipat tayo ng ano. Anong nangyari?
Nakita
Ayun.
yung bracket.
Ayun, pinakita ng bracket para sa... Siguro may nagtatanong sa live chat. Di kasi namin nakikita yung live chat ngayon. Pero, anyway, decision making kung kailan mo gagamitin yung ultimate mo. A while ago, we doubted yung ultimate ng...
Kanya?
I mean, this is from the other game ng Crash, bakit ipinap early? Why naman dito hindi ginamit ng Seniel yung ultimate niya early? Possible na pwedeng masayang. Kasi nakita rin natin, hindi rin kinontinue ng ESW yung pag-push dun sa top lane. Nandun pa rin yung top lane or high ground turret ng ESF Pro doon. So, okay, we will not doubt the pros.
Yeah, we will not doubt the pro. So far, ang dinadoubt ko lang siguro ay yung Yorn pick.
Still, hindi ka pa rin nakaka-move on doon.
Oh, kasi I feel like there are some other stuff. Violet was available. Lindis was banned. Pero Yorn, okay. Maybe it will work out, but so far I have not seen the results. I would very much like to be a believer.
Kanina ba sa mga early games may Yorn pick na tayo? Wala pa.
Ay, wala.
This is the first time.
This is the first Yorn today.
Very chisto pick.
Yeah, kaya nga may doubts ako, di ba?
Alright. Cheesy pick. Sometimes cheesy picks could work or could possibly not work. But this time, it is not working.
Oh,
ito na nga, bangers dito ang ESW at good gank ay hindi na... Plus, look at that. Lahat na ng ultimate na pop in dito. And they're trying to dive in. Kahit na may Torre, they have the creeps anyway. Papunta na. And obliteration. Ilan na lang natira doon? 2 na lang. And I think isa. Actually, kakabuhay lang. Wala doon si Preyta eh. Possible matapos natin yung game na to. They have the creeps. They could just focus fire on the base.
Yeah.
And...
Alam mo, nakita ko yung ultimate ng Crash na akala ko sobra na yung binuo sila. Kaso...
Uy, di pa na-end. Wala, naubusan tayo ng creeps, ano?
We were so sure that the game would end there. Pero gonna respect that.
It didn't happen.
Andiyan pa rin yung Dark Slayer. If ESW want to go for it, it will provide them a safer path in terms of trying to end the game. So, it's just like... kukunin nila yung safe na objective dito. Hindi nila kailangan i-risk na mag-push forward diretso dun sa core, even though we felt that they could have ended straight up. Just gonna respect the death timers coming in from ESF Pro. So, may konti pang breathing room itong Eurasia Superfly, but for how long?
For how long, that is the question. But of course, giving them a breathing room, pwede pa silang makahabol.
Yes,
in terms
exactly.
of, yun nga, itemizations and levels. Makikita natin dito, isa na lang ang level 14. Si Crash na lang ang level 14 sa ESW. And may mga kakatch up pa dito. Kaya pang kumatch up. Kung patatagalin pa nila yung laban, medyo baka mag-iba yung situation natin.
Yeah, pero I feel like hindi hahayaan ng ESW na pahabain itong...
Hindi nila pwedeng gawin yun dahil, yes, both of them has this marksman composition, which is yun na nga, ginagawa na nila yung team fight na nangyayari ngayon. Ultimate coming up from the Seniel to heal the members, plus an ultimate coming up from the Crash as well to stun the rest of the members of ESF Pro. Magda-dive na sila sa turret, and it looks like ito na, matatapos na anytime soon. They still got here the Drake sa bottom lane. They could dive in. Will this be enough? Meron pang shield dito ang ating tanks on the side of ESW at ito na yung creeps. And it looks like this is gonna be the end.
Yeah, the ace there at the end for ESW signals the end of the game. Eurasia Superfly just not having anything really to defend against that push. Super strong performance by ESW, and you have to feel bad for Eurasia Superfly. Consider na kakabagsak lang nila sa lower bracket after losing to Bright eSports.
Medyo walang pahinga dun, ano? Pero ito, review ng team fights natin kanina, no? Gusto kong hanapin dito yung involvement ni Yorn. I mean, Yorn here got stunned. Not being able to back up the, his teammates. Gusto kong hanapin yung parang hindi ko pa nakita na nagka-kill or gusto ko makita actually yung result screen. I want to see how effective the Yorn was or how not effective the Yorn was. But this time, ito na nga, hindi talaga naging useful.
Yun yung moment ng game na nakakatakot pa yung Malok. And then 5 minutes later, biglang yung Malok na yung umaatras. Pero here, you don't see the Yorn as part of this fight. I feel like he was already off the map. That's why ESW were able to crush it so hard. They were always fighting on the front foot. There was really no threat because yung Yorn, palagi na pick off before these fights even broke. After wala na yung Yorn, it will up the dive. Wala na yung tower. So, no DPS coming from ESF Pro means na lamang talaga itong ESW whenever they decided to go commit dito sa mga engage nila.
Parang nangyari dito, ang ESW would always take advantage either whenever the Yorn is not in that particular fight, or like for example, patay siya, or the Yorn is all alone in a particular part of the map. So, hahanapin mo yung mga butas na pwede nilang i-take advantage. And I think ESW, apart from medyo hindi natin gusto yung Yorn pick, successfully did that kind of strategy.
Yeah, yun talaga yung gusto kong i-credit sa ESW. Maganda yung punish nila sa openings na binigay ng Eurasia Superfly dito. They were always on point whenever they saw the opportunity, they grabbed it, and that's why they were able to pick up the first game.
And ayun na nga. Pero anyway, that was just round 1. May pag-asa pa for round 2 and round 3. Makikita natin dito. But of course, sometimes you have to consider yung pagod na kung saan nanggaling a while ago. Yung
not just
ESF.
Not just physically, mentally as well.
Mentally, ano yun, yung parang yung sa hands ni namamasa. Napapasama. Sometimes yun yung yung concerns ng mga mobile gamers natin. I mean, I think hindi lang naman sa mobile games.
Actually, may solution ba doon? Kapag
powder daw.
Mag-powder ka bago ka maglaro?
Yeah, or even during gameplay, meron kang powder dyan, then you just put a little bit of powder sa thumb mo. Kasi yun yung usual na pinapawisan daw. But hindi ako ganun. How about you?
Ako ganun, usually.
Ganun ka.
Pagka naglalaro ako ng AOV, usually pag matagal na and mainit, nagpapasma. So, powder ang solution nila.
Powder. Now, you gotta buy. We need some sponsorship from some powder. Para dito, di ba, ito ang powder na,
Actually, I never thought about that before. I feel, noon, ang ginagawa ko is ibababa ko lang talaga, tapos ipupunas mo. Which feels like the easy.
Yung iba naman ata, alam mo yung mga, yung bibili ka pa ng parang physical controller na ikakabit mo sa phone. But I never use that, so I cannot.
Parang pang Marte.
Correct. Parang Marte.
That's my opinion on getting attachments to play mobile games on your phone.
Parang naging gamepad na. But anyway, ayun na nga, may chance pa guys, bumawi dito ang ESF Pro. Sa mga fans ng ESF Pro dyan, okay, mawala ng pag-asa, cheer up for your team. And of course, ESW got a 1-point lead na. May pag-asa pa silang makipagbakbakan dito sa susunod nating lower bracket round.
Yeah, I mean, kung fan ka ng ESW, you have to be happy for your team. Like you mentioned, there's still hope for ESF Pro, but for ESW, you have momentum right now and you want to stick with that momentum headed into that second game. You want to close this out and really not allow ESF Pro any way back into the series.
And what do you think? Kasi kanina nakita natin nakaban yung Lindis, but they picked Yorn. Tama ba? Banned yun. I think banned yun Lindis.
I'm
That's
pretty
why
sure
they picked Yorn. Could be a comfort pick. I'm still thinking, why Yorn? Is this to counter another hero? Pero hindi ko maisip anong hero ika-counter niya and what skill to counter that hero.
Maybe
diba?
It's the range. Yorn does have fairly...
The critical...
maybe, but we didn't see it in the game. Hindi natin nakita yung value on why they decided to pick this certain hero, pero normally you'd want to see that come out whenever these teams pick something. You know that they have a strategy behind it, pero sometimes it just doesn't show once the game does begin.
Pero nakita natin early game time, di ba? Do you remember? Wherein Yorn risk his life doon sa, siya lang yung talagang wala siyang kasama, walang Mina na kasama. Pero buti sumunod yung Mina sa kanya or else pwede siya ma-pick off doon.
He went for that invade dun sa Might Golem na mag-isa lang, and he was forced to burn yung flicker very early, and I think that will force him to play a bit more passively against a melee matchup. And even if the Irie was melee, she has enough gap closers para ma-threaten yung Yorn. But speaking of Yorn, I do believe we are ready to head into pick and ban. Whether or not we get to see him again, who knows? Pick and ban muna tayo, guys.
At yun nga, on the blue side, we can see here ESF Pro, at dito naman sa right side, syempre magpapalitan sila. ESW. Nakakalito talaga. ESF Pro, ESW.
We try our best though.
We're trying our best indeed. Pero yun nga, wala tayong makikitang Yorn ban dito. Galit sa'yo.
Yeah, walang Yorn ban for sure, because I feel like no team will decide to pick Yorn. Pero I'm liking the ban ng Crash nitong Eurasia Superfly, because we've seen a lot of high impact from the Crash, especially galing sa kanyang ultimate, just to set up his team whenever a team fight does break out. So good for opening ban here by Eurasia Superfly. As for ESW, gonna go standard here. Gonna deny the Ignis.
And speaking, going back to Crash though, it's not just the, yung setup niya eh. The shield, the crowd control, you gonna commend this hero kahit ganyan yung itsura niya. Meron naman siyang cute na skin na naka-costume.
Actually, narinig ko pinag-uusapan niyo yung Shinbu. Hammerhead siya pero nasa gitna yung mata.
Alam ko nasa gilid yun eh. Mukha lang nasa gitna.
Hybrid siya, hybrid. Yung ulo niya half hammerhead, half tao.
Ganun ba yun? Kaya hindi sakto sa gilid yung eyes niya.
Yun yung theory ko. I mean, saka nakitang hammerhead shark na may paa.
Sa bagay, we have to read talaga yung yung mga backstory nitong heroes na to eh. Bakit siya ganyan? Pero anyway, ito nga, Chognar ban, still, makikita natin, hindi natin makikita sa Antares Battlefield ang Chognar. We have been seeing, kanina nakita natin si Chognar just canceling all the crowd controls dun sa opponent niya. Plus, dito naman sa side ng ESW, Marja, ban naman. Ito yung mage na tanky mage na walang mana eh.
Yeah, ito yung mage na akala mo mage, pero actually mage na nga, tank pa siya. Basically unkillable and deals enough damage to kill you while you don't do anything to her, which is probably the most overpowered na combo you could think of dito sa Arena of Valor. But yeah, since Kirknack is the final ban of ESW, it will leave the Senial open for Eurasia Superfly. Pretty easy and safe pickup there, but you're expecting Malok to be the response here. Kung kayo yung ESW, that was what happened during the previous game, but let's see.
At, Gnar din dito, hindi natin makikita. Alam mo, ang daming games na nakita natin yung Gnar na, ang gandang pang dive. Sobrang taas ng burst damage, plus, I think hindi mo totally makakancel yung ultimate nun eh.
Yeah, I don't think so. Once na-cast na niya.
Once na-cast na niya, nandun pa rin yun. So, I mean, reasonable why binaban tong Gnar na to. But let's look here. Shonkai is gonna pick the Liliana. I haven't seen a good Liliana play so far. So, since nag-start ako mag-cast, did you see any
I feel like
Liliana
plays? I think Leather is really good on Liliana. He just wasn't able to show it off earlier because there was a lot of focus onto him. But Leather from Brent is actually really good as a Liliana player. But look at this. Standard setup na naman. Slims, dalawang tank.
Ito na naman tayo na. Ito yung nakikita natin na usual setup eh, no? Pag may marksman ka, of course you gotta protect it with, either either two tanks or tank support. So far, okay itong nakikita kong picks na, pero hindi pa nila nilalak eh. This might change. Parang baka mag-overcomment ako tapos magbabago pala yung decision.
Ayun yung sumpa.
Sumpa.
They have 10 seconds to think on it, but if it is locked in now, it's a very nice combo.
Yep,
very
like
standard. Put two tanks in front of the Slims, let him free hit. But how do you bypass those tanks? You pick something like a Max na kayang mag-dive in diretso doon sa diretso doon sa Slims.
Which is yun na nga, pinik na ng ESW dito. So I think good decision din, apart from them getting the very tanky rin naman na Arum na nagre-regenerate lang ng health pag meron pa siyang, pag may mas malapit pang na kalaban sa kanya. At yun nga, still deciding in here is Rikun. Looks like siguro last priority na ng ESW dito yung marksman nila, since may marksman na sa side ng ESF Pro. They might opt for a possible, their jungler. Wala pa silang jungler dito. We'll have to see.
Pwede Lindis dito kung gusto ng ESW.
Pwede rin, double marksman sila.
Pwede rin something like Urgort, possibly, but Valheim as well is one of those marksmen that could match his limbs in terms of yung scaling nila towards the later part of the game. And one of the things that we have to mention whenever nakita tayo ng Valheim, lahat ng tao Valheim main. Basically,
tutorial eh.
Yeah. Everyone gets to play Valheim, and yung point and click na CC niya, that's probably one of the most annoying things here. Kung compare mo sa Slims, it's very difficult to land the spear.
Yes.
Whereas on Valheim, point and click.
Kaya itatap mo lang and like for example sa settings lang ng controls mo yun, di ba? For as long as yung parang main target mo is hero, you just have to tap the button and that's it. While dun sa Slims, kailangan pang i-target yung sphere. Di ba? So, depende yan kung tatama or not. But if tumama yun, ang taas ng payoff. Ang ganda ng balik sa'yo because yung distance ng sphere pati would affect the movement speed as well as the stun duration of of that first kill of the Slims.
Isipin mo rin kung pasmado ka, tapos nag-slims ka.
Uy, mahirap yun.
Okay, pasmado na Slims compared sa pasmado na Valheim. Mas madali yung pasmado na Valheim, diba? So,
correct. Ay, ito na nga yung double marksman setup natin. Okay, Nostra. Alam mo ito Nostra, I'm late game. I'm gonna go for the lineup of ESW, late game.
parehas tayo, late game for ESW. But I feel like for the earlier phases, consider na malaki yung playmaking potential ng Eurasia Superfly since they have the Senyal, they have the Mina, yung initiation na ganun. If they're able to find advantages early and transition it into towers being taken down, I feel like kayang manalo ng ESF. But as for ESW, double marksman, sobrang lakas niyan towards the late game.
Yeah, late game. Kita mo naman, especially pag nasa kanila pa yung max. I mean, sino yung jungler ng ESW? I mean, ito na naman tayo. Nagkakalit ng Eurasia Superfly. Eurasia na nga lang ng Eurasia Superfly.
Tinatry ko malala yung jungler nila.
Yeah, but yun na nga, dalawa ang marksman na huhulihin mo sa backlane ng
Slims yung jungler nila.
ESW.
Slims yung jungler.
But usually, Slims kailangan magandang pwestuhan. I mean,
siya yung kukuha ng farm sa jungle yung Slims.
Siya rin yung magmamarksman on their side. So, yan, medyo mabigat ang dala-dala ni Slims dito for the side of Eurasia Superfly.
Dala niya tournament life nila since this is lower bracket. If ESF Pro drops down here, they're out of this tournament and ESW gets to move on further. So, a lot on the line here for Eurasia Superfly.
Correct. And yun nga, going back to that idea, dalawang marksman again, yung setup dito ng ESW, titignan natin. I mean, pag namatay isang marksman, may isa pa silang marksman Pero late game yan, Late game yan, very effective. Pero tignan natin guys sa Antares Battlefield kung paano lalaruin yan ng ating players and teams.
Ito nga, tignan natin. Of course, hindi siya magiging game ng AOV kung walang invade ng level 1. Iba yung pinapanood nyo kapag walang...
Yeah.
Walang pumasok sa jungle ng kalaban, level 1. Ayan na.
Very passive ba? Like parang casual game. Pero ito, tingnan natin, Ayan na nga. Omen looks like could be roaming around the jungle, checking out. Actually, yan, the Mina, yun naman ang purpose ng mga tanks natin is support. To face check, titignan kung may papasok dun si jungle. Yung sariling jungle ninyo.
I mean, ikaw ba kayo sa'yo, nakakita ka na ba ng competitive AOV game na walang nag-invade level 1?
Nako, wala tayong ganyan. Merong, I mean, sometimes, very na rare pa
The way you said sometimes, ang laki nung doubt sa sarili mo na parang hindi ka sigurado. Yeah.
Minsan nakikita natin siya, pero rarely. Kanina nga, mapapa-very rare pa ako Sobrang rare na yun. Pero ito na nga, tulad ng nakita natin, sometimes they would try, either they would proceed or they would back away. Tulad dito, though hindi natuloy, nag-back away lang sila. They just mind their own business on this second round natin ang laban between ESF Pro and ESW.
And sometimes they try and they fail. Tulad nung nangyari last game where you're forced to flicker out of the enemy jungle after invade. And speaking of invades, Slims, kayang-kaya niya pumasok doon, and if he does get into trouble, he can leap out. Does have a lot of disengage, so that is one advantage that he has. Sobrang bilis din niya makakagalaw sa mapa with that hop available to him.
Okay, na-realize ko lang pala, dalawa pa. Hindi lang si Slims dito yung may, mga skill shot dito. Si rin, and not really skill shot, but yung kailangan tama yung targeting mo. Not just basically Slims, pero si ESF back on the Mina. Yung sight niya, kailangan talaga makahuli yan. Or else, sayang.
So, kailangan hindi ka pasmado.
Yeah.
Basically, yun yung story of the game. But, ayan na nga, hindi pasmado yung Mina. He's going...
We're gonna see here, Bak mamamatay sa kamay ni Hyperstone. First blood is gonna go on the side of ESW. Pero dito, 2 for 1 nata ang magiging palitan natin. They're still having a fight. Nemo Don trying to get Shonkai. Hyperstone, konting-konti na lang ang buhay. Pero yun, safe pa naman ng ating Max on that bottom lane.
I feel bad for Bak. Siya yung pumasok doon para sa ESF Pro. And siya rin yung unang namatay. Siya yung unang na-focus ng ESW. Only level 2 on that Mina. Not tanky enough to survive the damage this early. So, quite unfortunate. ESF did secure the dragon afterwards. Now, we are gonna see a 1v1.
Uy, early ultimate dito. Coming up from Zell on the Senyel. Will this pay off? Ito na nga, makakakuha sila ng isang kill. Plus, bukang dudugtong nga pa. But Apex was able to teleport out or flicker out. Bite Golem, kanino mapupunta? Ayun, naagaw ng ESF Pro.
Ang bilis ng rotation doon ng Eurasia Superfly right after they take down the Abyssal Dragon, immediately heads to the opposite side of the map to go for that invade. I think ESW were taken by surprise. They weren't able to respond to that play at all. ESF Pro is able to even up the kills here. 2-2.
2-2 tayo ngayon. But in terms of gold lead, nandito yan sa kamay ngayon ng ESF Pro. Why is that? I think it's more of the, yun nga, kanina nakakaagaw sila ng mga jungle, nag-invade sila ng jungle, nagde-deny sila ng jungle para magkaroon ng gold lead dito. And, eto, so far, it seems like Slims is doing well early game time, but titignan natin kung magpe-pay off yan. They have to finish the game. Early to mid game, they have to finish the game kasi delikado tong ESW. Pag late game time, they have 2 marksman in here, but let's see here, fight ongoing, but no, di nila itutuloy.
Yeah, yan yung tanong na pinost natin at the start of this game, whether or not ESF Pro could get that Slims rolling against that double marksman, because we know na ma-outscale sila. We know that if this game goes long, ESW, meron silang malaking insurance with their Lindis, with their Valheim, ma-out-damage nila ng malayo etong nag-iisang marksman ng ESF Pro. So yun talaga yung game plan dito ng ESW. Try to get towards the later stages.
Pero ayan, tingnan mo itong may pagbabadya dito sa top lane. Nakutuban kaya ito ni Valen. Alam mo, minsan talaga yung technique dito pag nawala sa mapa yung mga kalaban mo, saan possible? Possible yon, nagtatago sa bush, waiting for a gank to happen. And which is, I think, itong si Valheim dun sa taas, safe. Ang ganda ng ginawa niya, hindi na siya nag-cross ng river. Nag-stay siya dun sa likod ng tore para hindi siya magkaroon ng potential gap. But ayun na nga, nagkaroon ng fight dun, nagkaroon ng agawan dito ng red buff. I think naagaw to ng ESF. Ultimate coming up from the Seniel, plus back up dito, coming up from Nemo Don, getting the kill. 1 kill on the side of ESF Pro, pero hindi nila tatantanan. More kills coming on the side of ESF Pro. At yun nga, balik muna sa lane ang sistema dito. Yeah,
and then I think that is 1 for 3 in favor of ESF Pro. Pati ako nalilito na sa pangalan nila. They trade up in that situation. Big win for them, but I feel like the Lindis was actually able to pick up 1 kill off of that fight, and we were talking about yung scaling netong ESW. More kills onto their marksman is definitely a good sign for them, so at least they are getting something back despite losing that team fight.
Yeah, at yun nga, tuloy lang din. Ang ganda ng KDA so far ngayon itong Slims on the side of ESF Pro. 2-0-2 plus walang tigil. Yung Sentinel kanina, they secured right away after ma-push nila yung isang objective sa taas. Plus, ito, tingnan mo naman, kinakalbo niya lang yung jungle, sariling jungle nila. At mukhang anytime soon, pwede pang ma-steal. Ayun na nga yung sinasabi natin, Abyssal Dragon has been killed by ESF Pro. And they're punishing ESW here. Shonkai backing away, pero mukhang hindi na siya makakatakas. So much crowd control din, na-stun. Wala nang takas naman talaga.
Yan, nakuha na ng Eurasia Superfly dito yung momentum sa game na to. After picking up so many kills, all of them going onto the key member, yung Slims nila. He's getting so fed. 3-0 and 3. Kung kayo yung Eurasia Superfly ngayon, this is the point where hindi kayo titigil. Hindi nyo pwedeng hayaan na huminga etong ESW. Kayo yung may hawak ng pressure sa map. Ituloy-tuloy nyo lang yan. And right now, they're gonna get even more.
Yun na nga, 1 more kills. Kill here is going to the side of ESF Pro. Ulitin ko, well-fed Slims. Look at that, level 11. Comparing to the level of the marksman that we have here sa ESW, medyo mataas ang hahabulin. Level 8 pa lang sila. And then again, yun nga, pang late game kasi yung yung setup nitong ESW Ang tanong, mapapaabot ba nila ng late game?
Yeah, yun na nga yung challenge nila dito kay Sai. Whether or not they can hit that late game. You mentioned level 11 on that Slims. Wala pang malapit sa double digits on the side of ESW. And if they want to have any hope here, they need to try and catch up. Try to slow down the rampaging Eurasia Superfly. Dinadoubt ko yung sarili ko. ESW.
I know, right?
Okay.
We have to look at the labels there para sure. Pero ito na nga, ang ganda ng rotation ng Slims dito. Talagang, after objective, pupunta siya sa sariling jungle, kukunin niya muna. Or when he is on the jungle side of ESW, he's gonna take away the jungles na pwede niyang kuhain. Look at that! Spirit Sentinel, once available, kinuwagad nila. Ang ganda rin ng backup dito na ginagawa ng Mina to protect or cover the Slims in such a way na, walang pwedeng mag-face check sa Slims na yan. Kami muna yung ma-face check nyo bago yung Slims na yan. Parang ganun yung nangyayari.
Yan, tinitignan ko yung lane assignments dito ng ESF Pro. Ang ganda nung pag-spread out nila where naka-group yung Mina palagi kasama ng Slims for that protection. Senyal always pressuring one other lane, and the Kali's always pushing up the mid lane. Palagi silang may priority dun because of the wave clear available from that. And Darkslayer gonna get shredded down by Eurasia
Konti na lang
Superfly.
yan. And yun na nga, may buff na dito ang ESF Pro. Anytime soon they would want to engage. Ang ganda dito ng pool ng Mina. But unfortunately, nakataka si Apex. Mali nga lang yung na-target, ano. Yung Apex, yung wherein, ano yun eh, tanky hero. Pero, oh, look at that. Alam mo kung may backup lang dun si Joms, kayang maubos ng ano dun eh, ng ESW. Pero ito na nga, medyo na-late lang na the time. Medyo na-sacrifice pa yung Omen ng ESF Pro. Pero now, ESF Pro taking this opportunity to get Merturs dito sa middle lane, more objectives, plus nilabas na nila dito yung Drake.
Yeah, that is ESF Pro signaling they want to take down this high ground tower. Hyperzone will not be able to defend that. He will give up his life. Grabe yung Slims doing the work for ESF Pro. Zinuzone niya mag-isa, and
oh,
that's sick.
Look at that damage from the Slims. Stun, hindi ka na makakatakas, plus grabe, parang dalawang hit lang ata. Parang stun, tapos isang normal attack or something. And yun na nga, and score natin is 1-1. ESF Pro versus ESW. Ito na.
Okay, ito na.
Yung confusion
1-1 na. It is ESF Pro against ESW. And I like the adjustment galing sa Eurasia Superfly. That is how you want to come back to keep your tournament lives, in a sense, because this is lower bracket. The next game will decide who gets to move on and who doesn't. As we check out a few fights here, and this was one where ESW actually traded up, but you have to consider Slims was untouched during this entire time. The fact na ang daming kills na napupunta doon sa Slims meant that ESF Pro had that early game that they really desperately needed against the scaling comp of ESW.
Nakita natin dito yung magandang position ng Slims lagi. Look at that. Tinatry siyang i-touch dito ng Max. But unfortunately, ang ganda rin kasi ng support na binibigay ng teammates dito ni ESF Pro. So, ito yung sinasabi natin na hindi magsashine yung carry mo kung hindi okay yung ano mo eh, yung tank or support mo eh, no? But here, ayan, kitang-kita dito, you know, yung lakas ng ESF Pro. Ang ganda ng game nila dito, round 2.
Yeah, and this is definitely how they want to come back. Ang ganda ng setup just from the draft as well. Making the adjustment, removing the crest from ESW. I think they are playing much better. The fact that they don't have to worry about that big front line, that big setup. Galing sa specific pick na yun. And we are 1-1 now. Next game decides who moves on and who goes home. I'm excited to see what happens for our third game.
Basta walang Yorn pick.
Basta walang Yorn pick.
Alam na yan.
Hindi ako malaking fan.
Maganda sana yung ang ganda ng Lindis and Valheim, but we know yung composition na ganoon, it's good, it's better for late game. And siguro ang mali lang na nangyari dito, they let the Slims go online early game time pa lang.
And
wherein dun sila na-punish.
Yeah, ako rin feeling ko they didn't have enough bridges for the marksmen to head towards a late game. The other three members needed to act as the bridge to get both the Valheim and the Lindis to that point where they could just carry over the Slims. Kasi two marksmen is better than one late game. And I feel like the other members just weren't able to buy enough time, wasn't able to generate leads themselves. That's why ultimately ESW did falter in the end. Hopefully though they can adjust for that third game, which is what I'm expecting from them since now both teams have a win apiece.
Yep. Anyway, I wonder though kung mababan yung Slims this time, or will they cancel, or will they open up another hero? Sometimes mind games ang gagawin nila dyan eh. Alam mo, ito talaga yung hirap pag member ka ng pag pro team ka, hindi lang siya you have to play the role, but drafting phase pa lang, you have to decide on what heroes to pick, on what heroes to ban. Sometimes you have to play mind games. Do you really want to ban this hero because OP siya or nasa meta siya? Or do you really want to ban this hero just because you want to play mind games sa opponent?
You also need to have a read on what your opponent wants to bring in terms of yung strategy. Have you figured out kung maybe isang strategy lang ang ginagawa nila? Have you found a counter to it? Yung daming factors na dumadating, and kahit pick and ban pa lang, you can almost set expectations on how the game will pan out pag nakita mo nung nakalock in yung 10 characters.
Uy, alam mo sa bagong update ng ngayon ng AOV, nakita mo na ba yung pwede mo nang i-hide yung combat history mo? So, yung mga pro players, makikita mo naka-hide na yung mga combat history nila, allowing them to,
mag-practice.
Yung privacy ba sa mga, heroes inaaral nila, ano bang mga itemization na ginagawa nila, di ba?
Yeah, I feel like it does benefit competitive play.
Yeah, competitive players.
Mhm.
Pero yung mga, ano ba, katulad natin,
Mga casuals,
for ano,
sige, hindi ko itatago na meron akong 500 games kay Valor, yung mga tipong
or mga wins, yung mga gusto mong bragging rights. Pero ayan, ready na tayo guys. Ito na, Game 3 na tayo, Round 3 for the match between ESW versus Eurasia Superfight. Meron akong medyo slight delay sa pagbanggit ng names na teams. Teams, can you make your acronyms more unique? Parang ganun.
I mean, if they hadn't met in the bracket, we wouldn't have this problem. But since it's already there,
we just have to do it.
we are dealing with it one problem at a time.
Yeah.
One problem at a time. Pero speaking of problems, I like how Eurasia Superfly were able to eliminate the crash, which is one of the problems that they faced from the side of ESW. Now, ano yung adjustment na gagawin? Does ESW ban away the Slims? Or pick it for themselves?
Yep. And pero nandito pa. Pero yun nga rin pala. Seniel, we won't be seeing once again. And Marha talaga eh. Hindi ko pa nakita yung Marha na yan. Simula nagkasta ko kanina. So, ayan. So, sorry para sa akin. No Marha plays. Uy, ito. Arum. Bina na rin siya dito. Respeto talaga sa mga tanks and supports natin. And the question is, threatening ba kaya? No. Unfortunately, walang Slims ban. Although nakita natin na sobrang nag-shine siya kanina.
Now, ESW can go for that if they want to. There's also the possibility that they just goes for something standard such as a Chognar para sa first pick na to, which is normally
available
what
si
teams
Chognar.
go for para lang meron silang safe option.
Yeah.
Well, normally that is what they go for, but this is also something that we've seen throughout the day. Finally, the Ignis is left available for first pick. Sobrang dami ng first pick blue side teams that have gone for this drafting strategy. How will Eurasia Superfly respond?
Ang dami pa magandang available na picks dito. Like, yun nga, the Chognar is still there. The Slims is still there. But the question is, will they is that a priority for them? Pero it looks like, ito na nga.
Andyan din yung Mina.
Pang-counter, it's either pang-counter muna or they're gonna go for their comfort or the meta pick of the season. But Roxy here is being hovered by ESF Pro. Right now, tingnan natin kung ano agad ang ipapartner dito ni Jones.
Roxy would make some sense here, but we've seen a lot of Roxy Omen na first rotation from Eurasia Superfly. I wonder if they are going to stick to it. Waiting on the lock-in.
Looks like they are.
Doon sa Omen, but okay.
Yes,
Last second. Feeling ko magbabago eh. Pinasuspense pa tayo ni Jones.
Oo nga eh. Anyway, it's their opportunity to discuss. I mean, ayan na. Eto na. Chognar pick on the side of ESW that would cancel, allow ESW to cancel out any crowd control that may come out from ESF Pro, just like if ever ESF Pro decides to pick, Slims or any other hero na mataas ang crowd control.
Anong isasama nila sa Chognar to? Because I see setup from the Ignis. I see the AoE already coming out. I want to see a bit more crowd control para mas madaling patamain yung damage. Neto ni Ignis, I feel like Mina would be something that they could go for, but I haven't... Malok as well, so...
Malok is okay. Magandang pang setup, good survivability, plus, I mean, the damage. She has the damage
and
as
yung global
well.
niya.
Yeah. And... ayun, so far, less priority ang mga marksman natin dito. Anyway, lots of options for marksman. We still got Lindis, we still got Slims.
Everything's open,
everything's
actually.
still open. And if you want Yorn, but I don't
And kung
think
gusto mo na lumber, which is what Buck is hovering right now, I'm feeling Slims right now for Eurasia Superfly would make a lot of sense. XY would probably just want to stick with that if he opts to.
So far, makikita natin do, parehong team na ito na, safe, medyo, parang safety gaming na tayo dito. They opted to, medyo mahalaga na yung mga support heroes dito, just like the Chognar on the side of ESW and Lumber on the side of ESF Pro. At ito na nga, ang ating mga marksman, naglalabasan na.
Yeah, dito na sila, gaya nga sinabi mo, biglang sumulpot yung marksman natin. The Slims did work out very well for Eurasia Superfly during our last game. Now, my question for ESW, there's still a lot of marksmen available. Do they go double marksman? They have the Violet hovered right now. There's something such as a Valheim that will be available as well. Kung gusto nilang kumuha ng ganun, but I feel like they need...
Will they need a fighter or another tank? Because we know if... Ayan, ito. Much better, I think. Kasi hindi nag-workout sa kanila yung double marksman composition a while ago. Medyo mahirap i-execute. Late, kailangan sigurado kayo na kaya mong ipa-late game yung laro mo. Especially if naunahan kayo ng kalaban nyo. Just like what happened kanina sa round 2 natin. But I think so far, good decision dito on the side of ESW. They instead decided to pick a fighter in their composition. But I think dito sa side naman ng ESF Pro, dito sa side yan, mage na lang ang kulang, I think.
And you know, Kaisa, iniisip ko yung theory ng ESW in terms of why they locked in the kill growth. And you mentioned the ability to cancel crowd control. Chognar can negate some of the crowd kill growth as well with his ultimate. Maging immune siya to the crowd control available on the side of ESF. So he won't get pulled away by the Roxy and won't be knocked up and stunned by the Lumber or the Slims here. So basically you have an unstoppable kill growth running straight at the marksman and the mage of Eurasia Superfly. Very, very threatening situation for them.
Yes, and I think very threatening and very exciting din. I like these two mages. In fairness, na-excite ako magano. I mean, mage versus mage na atapatan mo naman. In case both of them is gonna match up on that middle lane. Sinong mas mapapunish? Sinong mas maharas? And ayun yung titignan natin. Plus, both of the teams pretty well balanced. They got supports, they got tank, they got mages. Ang labanan na lang dito talaga, I think, is strategy. Ito talaga yung do or die na eh.
Yeah, and I also agree na exciting nga manood ng mage against mage. Compared sa marksman to marksman, pagalingan kayo mag-auto-attack. Whereas sa mage, you actually have to land your skill shots in order to win those trades. And Ignis and Kali was it?
Kali.
So yeah, pagalingan nga sila magpatama ng skill shots.
Yes, and ayan ang titignan natin dito as we prepare in the Antares battlefield. Pero ayan, ito tayo. Pilihan muna tayo ng bet natin na composition.
Nostra na ba tayo?
Nostra tayo. Based on their lineup lang. Their composition lang. Ang hirap, no?
Yes.
Isang letter na lang kulang.
Okay, for this one, I'm gonna go with Eurasia Superfly. I feel like meron silang momentum from the previous game. And since they are on comfort once again, nakuha na naman nila yung Slims para kay EXO, I feel like they will have an edge for this third game.
Okay, pero tignan muna natin yan as we head on to the Antares battlefield. At ayun na nga, tignan natin dito. So ito yung lineup nila, no? Pagalingan na lang. Ngayon ko lang ulit makikita si Violet, in all honesty. I think wala akong nakas na may Violet kanina. And possible invades, kumpul-kumpulan sila. Actually, 5 members from ESF Pro nasa gitna right away. Level 1 lang lahat. Pagalingan na lang ng kung anong first kill ang kinuha nila. Diba? First kill ba or second skill? Sometimes it doesn't matter eh. Pero ito na nga mukhang magte-trade lang sila. Ano? Ang tanong dyan, kung itong si Malok, hindi niya na may steal. They just give it away. Nagpalitan lang sila.
Yeah, just gonna go on the opposite halves of the map. Mga pretty standard start here. And you're talking about what they decided to start level 1. Imagine which would be more effective.
Yes.
Oh, hold that thought.
At ito na nga, fight is ongoing right now. Dito sa bandang top lane natin, Joms, tumatangke, sumasalo ng damage. Chigiri, mamamatay sa kamay ni Nemo doon. At mukhang susundan pa. 1-for-1 trade agad-agad dito. Actually, it's now a 1-for-2, pero hindi pa sila tapos. They want more casualties. Triple kill on that Nemo doon. Look at that mage. Napunta sa kanya halos karamihan ng kills. And that would allow him to actually...
Actually, hindi lang halos karamihan ng kills. Lahat ng kills.
Triple kill. Yes, indeed.
Everything onto the Kali. And you were talking about yung mage against mage matchup sa mid lane. What if lamang ng 3 kill yung isang mage? That immediately puts the matchup in Eurasia Superfly's favor. So, big win early for them. And the fact that they were able to take down the Violet means na may advantage na kagad itong Slims in terms of the marksman. Mas mabilis niyang ma-farm yung kanyang gold and experience. So,
ito na. Kailangan mag-catch up definitely dito ni Chigiri on the Violet because siya yung naging unang casualty. And of course, pag naka-first blood, kung sino man yung naka-first blood, which is the, yun nga, the Kali, mas may mataas na gold na bigay sa kanya eh. And naka-triple kill pa, more goals going to the side of ESF Pro. Plus, they're actually taking the Abyssal Dragon Kratos right now. Really securing, plus look at that transition on another possible objective.
Yeah, sobrang bilis nung pag-invade dito sa Might Golem, and I think there might be a challenge. There's a lot of members of ESW here trying to pick up few exit kills.
At ito na nga, no, ang ganda dito ng support ni Lumber right now, but they're actually working on backing away. Medyo nagkaroon ng mispositions dito. Medyo hindi natamaan ni Nemo doon ng dapat niyang tamaan. Slims, not gonna connect that spear though. Kaya naman no casualties at all on that fight.
Yeah, it's not quite a crashed ultimate, pero it's still a long line where ang ganda nung pagka-disengage nung Lumber ultimate, knocks up and stuns 3. So, makakatakas doon from that invade, itong Eurasia Superfly. Not that big of a punish, even though there was an attempt by ESW.
At yun nga, makikita mo yung aggression dito ni Malok, although alam natin na mas may gold advantage dito ang ESF Pro. Napaback away pa si Roxy in fairness, comment on that. But on the top lane though, Recon having a 1v1 against Chom. No one is back in. Why? I mean, why? Bakit? I mean, alam mo, parang kitang-kita naman natin doon na, I mean, he's gonna die in the hands of that Choms. Level, I don't know na-DC ba or what? Level 4 against level 6, Omen. You're gonna die in the hands of the Omen.
Oo nga, ang interesting nung interaction nun. Killcroft's ultimate is supposed to cancel crowd control, pero hindi siya makatakas from the Omen. I'm not particularly sure about the interaction, no? He can't escape kahit na nagka-cancel ng CC. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay, dito naman sa bottom lane. Ang ganda, no? Meron tayong support information dito.
Yeah, it's sobrang convenient actually.
Sobrang convenient. Coming from, you know, an actual player. Pero, ayan, balik tayo sa game natin.
Pero, tama diba? Naka-cancel ng ultimate ni Killcroft ang crowd control. No, not anymore. Oh, okay. Okay.
Ayan. Eto naman, top lane ulit, oh. May nakikita akong labanan. Why is Recon? I mean, appears to be feeding on the Omen. Ayun, may doubt ako dito, Parang may na-DC dito na nag-AI na lang. Kasi, I mean, he keeps on having a 1v1 against the Omen.
How can we tell, though?
Well, I don't know kung may pause or whatever. Supposedly, dapat may pause. Pero, why is he actually... Why does he keep on engaging on that Omen? Given the fact na ang layo, medyo malayo yung level gap nila. Sorry, medyo na-focus na ako dun talaga sa... Ano nila, medyo unusual lang.
Something's wrong.
Something is wrong on what is happening dun sa top lane natin. At look at that. It's almost 5-minute game time pa lang. Dalawa na dito ang turret objectives na nakuha ng ESF.
Teka, nilalabanan na naman ni Recon.
Yeah.
Pero I feel like kaya naman niya this time eh.
Kasi, konti na lang yung buhay ni Joms. But a while ago, ito. Uy, nawala sa map. Pero sige, punta muna tayo sa clash na to. At yun na nga, magkoconnect dito ang ultimate ni Lumber. Pupuntahan ni Baksa na si Chigiri. But yun na nga, Chigiri nakapwesto sa likod. And looks like papaback away ng konti. But Hyperstone would want to continue engaging on that fight. However, siya yung napunish. But Shangkai is gonna get 1 kill for the side of ESW.
It's actually 1 for 2. Nakuha ni... Okay, actually...
Ayun pala, namatay ulit si Recon.
So at,
No, it was an exchange, I guess, of kills. Ang dami kasi nangyari, guys. So, sa top lane may nangyayari, sa middle lane may nangyayari. We're trying to digest.
Meron ba tayong instant replay nung nangyari kay Joms at kay Rico? Mamaya siguro malalaman natin kung ano yung nangyari nun. But still, looking at the results here, what ended up happening is Eurasia Superfly now have a 7-3 score, a kill lead, and they have 4,000 gold. That is the difference. And they have towers and objectives as well. So things are looking positive for Eurasia Superfly. As for ESW, where do they find their opening here? Can they find a fight? Can they buy enough time for their Violet to scale? Daming tanong dito.
Yeah, the Violet really has to catch up in terms of farm for their team. Plus yung sa kanya mismo, he needs to catch up on the level. Level 10 Slims versus a level 8 Violet. Medyo questionable. At yun na nga, mukhang gustong mag-engage ng ESF Pro. But looks like they're gonna be back away a little bit. Habang si Roxy, mukhang may tina-target na objective naman sa bandang baba ng mapa natin.
Yeah, yun yung binanggit mo na ability ni Chogner na mag-disengage. Kasi kaya niya mag-negate nung crowd control from the Lumber even though malaki yung engage Neto ni Buck, they're able to back away. Na Hyperstone, he was standing in one place. I was concerned for about 2 seconds na baka gaya ng iniisip mo kanina may nag-AFK, but I think now he's fine.
Probably yes, kasi nag-iba na yung moves eh. Hindi na siya parang dumidiretso lang nagfa-fight dun sa top lane. Well, anyway, I think, you know what, ito na naman, sa ESW really needs to buy more time for their Violet. But unfortunately, it seems like ESF is not allowing that. They keep on trying to engage. Makikita natin dito, low health bars ng ESW. Recon wanting to go still for a fight. Is it? No, they're still, ayun, hindi sila totally nagdi-disengage eh. And I am actually wondering at, why is like that? I mean, parang ang awkward ng fights. Look at that Roxy, free hitting on the high ground turret sa bottom lane ngayon. And I'm sensing some weird,
what is this that you're sensing na...
Parang ang awkward ng fights, parang hindi ganito maglaro yung ESW kanina na nakita natin.
Interesting theory. I'm not quite sure what you mean by awkward yung fight. But, you know, yeah, I kind of have to agree with you on that point.
Ang bilis din ng laban, in fairness. We're at 8-minute game time pa lang, and look at that, Dark Slayer na ang pinupunteriya dito ng ESF Pro. And it's looked like possible na ma-secure nila to, given that makikita natin nagzo-zone out ba dito yung Lumber together with the Kali. Ang question is, will there still be enough time? Or, I mean, I think naman kaya pa. Kung kaya, I mean, it will definitely matter sa strategy ng ESW if they could find time for the Violet to catch up on farm.
They are working on that right now. She is still... Uy.
Ito na yung level. Wait, ayun. Clinose yung ano eh. Ko-compare ko sa ano yung levels. But then again, you can see here, ESF, medyo galit na sila. They're very aggressive. It seems like they are not allowing ESW to actually push any lanes any further.
Yeah,
Kaya hindi na sila maka-farm, they couldn't even cross the river. They couldn't even go outside their own base right now. And they got the buff from that Dragon Slayer, plus they got the Drake that allows them to actually get more, I mean, do more damage against turrets and base. Ito na nga, so far, yun na nga, tapos na ang laban. Ang bilis ng laban, it's almost 10-minute game time lang.
That game ended very abruptly.
Yeah.
In my opinion, parang biglaan na lang, okay, may na-pick off na Killgrot dun sa isang lane, and then all of a sudden,
and it wasn't just a one-time pick off doon sa top lane sa Killgrot. Parang tries natin nakita.
Yeah.
And it was so weird. I kept on saying awkward ng fight. Ang weird ng fight. But ito na nga, sobrang weird. Pero balik natin, tingnan natin yung mga replay natin dito, no? So, ito yung, hindi, wala na dito yung, ano, triple
This is a weird
kill.
replay.
Wala yung triple kill ni, ano, parang inaabangan ko yung triple kill dito ni
Oo nga
Carl.
eh.
Hindi na.